Hello, I'm sorry. I had a bit of a technical problem. So I'm going to take a break real quick and I'll be right back.
What's good, everybody? My name is Brandon Hunter, also known as OG Brando, and I am the founding formulator for the Origin of Greatness. In front of me, I have my products, the OG Hair Sheen, which is all-around great moisturizer, and then I have my hemp seed butter, which is all-around great moisturizer for the skin as well. If you have any questions about either of my products, please, you can find me at the Origin of Greatness on Instagram, the OG LLC on Facebook, and at our website at theog.net. And also be on the lookout for the OG in collab and connection with Tierra Speaks. You might just catch us, with some. We got a little collab going on. She got her thing with her self-care box, and so we got some things coming. But greatness is definitely on the way. Onward and upward.
Okay, sorry about that technical problem, but I accidentally knocked myself off the air. Hit the wrong thing and knocked myself out. As I was saying, we need to make them pay for us to leave if they want us gone because we can't keep going through this over and over again. All this trying to prick their hearts and appeal to their conscience. They don't have a conscience for us to appeal to. I refuse to keep going through this over and over again. I give it another year. I'm going to be out of here. I'm getting out of this country. I'm tired of it. But I'm going to make them pay for it. Somebody got to pay for it, not me. Want me gone? Pay for it. That's what black people need to start looking at now. Instead of talking about, let's try to get this done, get that. We don't have a Congress. We don't have a Supreme Court to run things through now. Because if the courts make the ruling, you don't have a way to enforce it. What good is the ruling? You can't arrest Trump, most of his people. Because, see, the thing is, when the Constitution was drafted, it was drafted to be that the nation was to be ran by rich white men of good character who would do, which I don't say they had good character owning slaves, but according to them, good character, who was governed by laws and tradition and who would be a good steward. They weren't they weren't governed by laws and tradition. The laws, they were governed by traditions and ethics. Well, but if you notice, they always went before the ethics committee. They didn't go when a person in Congress or in a or the president, they went before ethics. They were governed by ethics. It was never meant for people and white men in high places to go to jail. They used to run little towns, kill people, do whatever they wanted to do. They were like the king of that little town they were running, the rich white men. Because this country has always had oligarchs. Only only the problem is they were rich white men who ran little towns. And they just controlled everything. So we always did have little small oligarchs. It's never been a democracy. So what happened is black people was never meant to be in those positions. It was meant for rich white males, not poor white males. It was rich white males who was meant to be in those positions. So that's why I say, to pass a law, they're talking about what's an S-hole country. An S-hole country is one that'll put laws in place where the president can do whatever he want to do and not be held accountable for it. Because in other nations, they won't do that. You can't do that. What's that nation of the new general that took over who's really doing good for his people? Oh, I can't think of it now. But I don't want to mispronounce it. And a lot of people are upset with him because he's trying to keep the money in his nation, do their own manufacturing, refine their own gold. And now they're angry with him, trying to get Guinea to start a war with him. And Guinea went to the United States talking about, Help us out and we'll give you part of our mineral rights. That's the problem. The African nation has been giving them their minerals. Why don't he go to Nigeria, one of those large African countries, and ask them to help? But see, the reason is the United States is behind that. This power man is gaining power in Africa, and he's getting many of the African nations on his side, so they're paying Guinea to start war with him. And Guinea's not going to get nothing out of it. Just like all around the world, the United States had nations fighting wars for democracy. Went to war with people because they wanted a democracy. That's what happened to Cuba. That's why they kept Cuba from the world market, because they didn't embrace the democracy. Now the United States is about to give up democracy. And you had these people fighting for democracy. That was Ukraine called themselves doing. Now the United States wants them to pay them to do it. Well, you've been telling people to do this all the time and been fronting them all the time. Now you want them to pay for it. But see, one thing about it, black people need to start telling Congress, put a bill together where we can get paid to leave here. The ones who want to leave. Those ones who want to stay, just stay. I have no problem with those who want to stay. I'm talking about the ones who want to leave, because we all don't have to do the same thing. Some want to stay, which is fine. I can understand that. But then some may want to leave. And so I'm not talking to the ones who want to stay. I'm speaking to the ones who may want to leave, because I'm one of those who want to leave. And then we have to be careful where we go. Because many of those African nations, people that went to some, like Gambia, I heard they're very good with black people there. Ivory Coast. Liberia was actually made up of freed African slaves. Because Lincoln even tried to send African people there. They don't tell you about that part. Lincoln wanted black people to go there. Should have went maybe. But I think, but then some black people went to African nations and weren't treated very well. Like Ghana, there have been people who have told where they went. This is the testimony of others. And it's not everybody, but it's just some. They said when they go there, they call foreigners. They can tell the American black person because of their speech. They call foreigners. And you have to pay double for everything. You go to a restaurant, let's say the cost is $5. If you're a foreigner, you have to pay $10. If it's $10, you have to pay $20. And you're never really treated like the natural-born Ghanaians. Now, this is from the testimony that I heard from others. But I can't, so it's not concrete. But see, I'm just letting you know, because if you go into a place you've never been to before, Canada wouldn't be bad. I'd even consider France myself. I know it's not perfect, but it's better than here. See, any place you go where there's not a whole lot of black people like here, you're treated better. The greater the number, the worse you're treated. And going to these nations of people of color, they say supposed to be our allies, you're treated worse there than you are in the European nations. Black people in India and different places, they're treated horrible. But Brazil, they're in semi-slavery down there. Brazil has the largest number of black people outside of Africa. They're treated like semi-slaves down there. So they don't think these people of color are your allies. That's why you see I talk about black people. I don't talk about people of color. They're not our allies, not mine. Just look at the way they come here and treat us. They treat us like they're honorary whites. And then when they get mistreated, the Latinos, some of them on YouTube where the blacks at, we need your help. But you keep on needing it. You're on your own. And as far as I'm concerned, and those who want to help them, go ahead. Those who want to protest and march with them, go ahead. I see no problem with that if that's what you want to do. But I'm done with all that. I'm not protesting them, but I never did protest because I never did believe in peaceful protest. But see, I'm done with all that. I'm ready to get up out of here and leave. And those who want to stay here and deal with it can deal with it, which no problem. I don't fault you for it. Just like you shouldn't fault me for wanting to leave because we don't all have to do the same thing. But I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm tired of this foolishness and leave it to them and their dictator. I'm just tired of it. I don't have no more fight to give you. I'm not fighting nothing. I point out some things and on the shows and all that, but not like I want to stay here and go through it. I'm getting up out of here. And those who want to stay and try to help straighten this out, that's fine if that's what you want to do. But don't end up in Alcatraz or El Salvador or wherever else they're going to send you. And knowing them African nations hungry for money, they may start sending you to prison in some of those. And they'll keep you locked up for them. They sell their own people out. That's when I hear about a black billionaire, that's got to be a very selfish person because a black African billionaire in Africa, because see, the reason I say that is because those leaders over there, they sell their people out for money, for a little bit of few coins. They let pharmaceuticals come over there and use their people for guinea pigs like they did with Ebola. So that's why I'm kind of a little leery about the African nations. Ebola, they were trying to make a binary drug to kill only black people. If you notice, they say there's no cure for Ebola, there's nothing we can do about it. A white guy from the United States got it. They brought him back all in quarantine and said, we think we may have a cure. All of a sudden, they got a cure that a white guy got it. They cured him, so they started sending the cure to Africa. The cat was out of the bag. They found out now white people can get it. They were trying out a binary drug to kill black people. But it backfired on them. You see, you all can stay here and deal with this mess. But I'm going to tell you, I'm a little leery of going to Africa. I really am. They don't even treat their own people right. Not all nations, but some of them. Many of those nations are mistreating their own people. So what makes you think they're going to treat you right? You don't want to go somewhere you've never been and be mistreated. That's why a lot of people, black people, are leery about leaving because they're staying where they're used to, the place that they're used to. I can understand that because I felt that way. Oh, I almost knocked myself off again. I felt that way, I was a little leery about leaving, still is, but because this is where I'm used to. But I just can't go through this anymore. Just gotta leave everybody behind and go take care of myself, Yeah, take care of myself. The situation they want to come on. But I gotta get out of here. I cannot stay here. Any friends and family want to come, we can go together or you can come later. I'm extending it to everyone. But put up your GoFundMe. A lot of black people need to just, one way to fight them, they think we can't go nowhere else. And we can get a lot of black people start putting up GoFundMes to fund your way to another country. Let's see what happens. The old way is not working. All that marching and all that is not working. You say, I always said, I don't see no solution to this outside divine intervention. The intervention could be here. We just won't act on it. We got the faith word our works. We see, if God give us a way out, if we don't take that way out, that's on us, not on him. Then we'll be saying, oh, he didn't come true to his word. He did. You just wouldn't do nothing. If there's gold in the hills, you got to dig for it. You can't say, I don't have no gold. God didn't give me no gold. You didn't do no digging. God wants us to do for ourselves. And I see this. I think if we can get black people to start doing GoFundMe, bringing all the white South Africans you want to, but give us some money to get out of here. If you don't give it, let's just do GoFundMe. The government will soon see it. Enough black people do it, and let them know what it's for. I'm going to GoFundMe to get out of here. You want us gone? Say go back to Africa and all that. Fund me. But we don't have to be Africa though. It can be anywhere in the world. But say fund me, and I'll go. You want me gone so bad? Put your money where your mouth is, and we'll go. I know I will gladly. I'm gonna go regardless if they fund it or not. But I'd rather they fund it. You want me gone? Pay for me to go. Then if the government says something about it, tell the government, hey, look, I tell you what. Give us $1 million apiece. Like I said, we'll go. They'll gladly help us for $1 million. It's a bunch of people with $1 million. But look, that's including the children too. So you got a family of 5 children. $1 million for each one of them too. But look, they want to go fund me a woman for kind of look. 5-year-old black boy at the N-word, give her almost $1 million. They can give us $1 million to leave. You said you want us gone, all you white racists? Put that money up. Put it in the GoFundMe and get us up out of here. Like you said, you want America. I can't say America because I usually say United States. I don't say America because the United States are not the only American. Mexicans are Americans, Canadians, Brazilians, Argentinians. Everyone on the American continent is American. That would be like the Nigerians calling themselves the only Africans. All the nations in Africa is Africa, or Africans. All the nations within the Americas, South, North, Central, and South America are Americans. That's why I say United States, not Americans. As usual, they want to take credit, they take the name of everything. They have everything to themselves. Especially the white males. They are so fickle and so act so intimidating and inferior. They say they're superior. Why you got to have everything? If we all go out and do some work, and it's $1 million involved, he'll try to take the whole $1 million for himself. They said, well, you got to give black people $100 at that $1 million. Oh, see, the blacks are taking everything. Oh, we can't have anything. But they want somebody to get them a hand. And when they work for it just like you did, you try to take it out to yourself, $100 out of $1 million. Because that's about like what we're getting now. And China, all these tariffs, I can tell you the United States is an empire in decline. You can tell when an empire is on the decline. Like when Britain and Spain and all them, the empires was declining and Europe was declining. But the first thing they do, they try to take other people's land. Canada, Greenland. They try to take other people's natural resources. Ukraine, Canada, Greenland, they want their natural resources. That's what they do. They know they're an empire in decline. When Britain and all them was in decline, they started taking other people's land and resources. Because they know they're in decline, and it's just, even though they go take other people's stuff, it's just a matter of time because they usually get messed up from within like we're doing. And what they're saying about China, if Trump had left it alone, China would implode itself. If you remember, when everything was made in Japan, everyone's talking about Japan manufacturing everything. They're going to take over this country. They say that about every country that's manufacturing. You know why? 21st century in 21st century developed economies are not manufacturing economies. Manufacturing is for up and coming economies. So what Trump is trying to do, he's taking the United States back to a 20th century and 19th century economy. And China's laughing about it. They're laughing. Why would he do that? They're trying to get out of that. They're saying, why would he do that? The United States is not a manufacturing economy, but it has a GNP twice that of China, and was moving even further until Trump got involved. Now China may surpass the United States because this is a mess that he's creating. The United States is not a manufacturing economy. That's for up-and-coming nations. They're like Japan. As they progressed, they stopped all the manufacturing. China was a backward nation. The United States, when Nixon went to China and opened up the markets to them, and they started letting China manufacture and build itself up. But China's into technology now, but a lot of their crap don't even work that good. Look at this electronics you buy from China. Don't even last. Falls apart. I had to stop buying electronic video equipment and stuff from China. It works for a while and then stop. A lot of that stuff is crappy. But this idiot in the Oval Office don't understand that. I don't know if that orange stuff and got in his skin and went to his brain or what. But the United States, if the United States become a manufacturing economy, it's going backwards, not forward. But I hope not to be here to see it because I'm getting up out of here. I can't take it no more. And those who want to continue to take it, they can. Let me take a quick break, and I'll be right back.
Hi, we're here today to promote the Juneteenth Art Contest. This year we have two categories. We have the youngest, the 12th through 5th grade, the K through 5th grade. We want all the artists to submit their original art piece, whether it be sculptures, abstract, watercolor, however you want to submit it. It has to be an original art piece. And the first place prize is $186.50. We also have the second category, which would be 6th through 12th grade. Again, we want original art pieces. Submit them by June 18th. Please get your submissions in.
My God. I didn't even cut my mic back on there. See what I mean? I have to do everything. You didn't hear half the stuff I said. Oh, well. I just discard this one. But as I was saying, let's start a campaign where we have people filling out GoFundMe to move out of the nation. And let's see what they do. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to be more careful what I do next time. And thank you for tuning in to No More Water, Fire next time.